All right, taking those little wires. Yeah, get this thing going. There we go. All right, about to go live here. I want to go once again. All right, see, I got Lolita already in here. BJ says send him a link. Oh man, BJ, I'm on the go today, man. I won't be on like I won't be on like for long. So Marcus Bell, BJ says send him a link. I ain't gonna be on too long. But I mean, we probably have to talk more about this stuff like tomorrow or Friday. Then I can send the link. But I'm just on the move with this one. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and talk about Tatiana Suarez, of course. One of the top fighters, one of my favorite fighters, had to come through and discuss her return. You know, so we're gonna talk about that. So I just watched that interview this afternoon when I woke up. I was like, uh oh, look who's coming back, trying to make a comeback. I don't know though, man. The comeback sounds a little bit familiar, like when she was talking about a while ago. Same time period. She was talking about coming back around August or September. So yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute. Give y'all a few minutes to come in. Um, and of course, I want to talk about this featherweight fight, Spencer versus Dumont, what it means for the division, and Lemos versus Conejo. That fight's, ooh, man, I don't know. Lemos ain't one to play with, y'all. So yeah, we'll talk about that too, man. We got to talk about that fight. So yeah, let's get started in like a few minutes, maybe like the 5 minute mark here. Yeah, Tatiana, definitely got to talk about that. Just a few questions I have about Tatiana as well. Making this comeback. Just some of the stuff she talked about in that interview made me, say, dang, she ready to come back or what? So yeah, let's get ready here in a minute. All right. Who else is fighting this weekend? Yeah, Carla and Jan. Yeah, I'll talk about that tomorrow probably. Yeah. All right, about another minute here we can chop it up. And I got to be out. Got to be out. But I'll stay on till like a quarter till. Yep. My StreamYard's been working better lately. I don't know. It's been working better as far as sound. All right. Yeah, let's hit the 4 minute mark. It's like the time my stuff, right? All right. We can go ahead and get started. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I'm back once again on the go. Another live stream. Few things I want to talk about. Like I said, I got up this afternoon. Exciting news. Um, Tatiana Suarez, she's been medically cleared to make her comeback. So she talked about that in this recent interview, Era Hawani interview. So I just want to talk about some of the stuff she was discussing, and especially the comeback. That's what we all looking forward to. I want to talk about that, and then Norma Dumont taking on Felicia Spencer, and Amanda Lemos versus Ruiz. And like I said, some other new videos I got coming up just to kind of get y'all ready for, keep y'all in the loop about. Um, so yeah, man, Well, yeah, let me get that out the way. Yeah, I got a couple new videos coming out just to keep an eye out on. I know Marcus, you'll probably be interested in this new video I'm working on. I had somebody ask me, you know how I've been saying, you know, how I've been talking about one-dimensional fighters and how being one-dimensional leads to an early grave. Well, I got a video talking about that, you know, because somebody asked me what did that mean. I'm like, I'm not saying somebody's going to die. I'm just saying that being one-dimensional can end your career early. Like I said, it can. You know, it's not. I'm not saying it ends everybody's careers, but it definitely can if you don't expand your horizons, if you will. You know. So yeah, that's a video I got coming, and I still got to drop this. Who's next for Valentina Shevchenko as well, man? Who's next for Valentina Shevchenko? I got a few names in mind. I know some people won't agree with who I'm picking, but yeah, that's a video that's coming. And of course, tomorrow I'll drop this prediction for Jan Xiaonan and Carlos Esparza. I was just watching some of Jan's fights last night. I watched like 4 or 5 of her fights, and I think she could be a problem for Carla. But that's not saying that's who I'm going with right away. So don't don't think that's my pick. You know, I think the more I watched what Jan Xiaonan can do, and if she can translate that over into a fight with a veteran like Carlos Esparza, that's going to be interesting. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna drop that video tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, we gotta talk about these one-dimensional fighters in the future. That video is coming. Somebody was like, "What do you mean one-dimensional leads to early grave?" Like, I'm like, that's exactly what I mean. I'm telling you, like, one-dimensional fighter. If you don't, if you don't expand what you know, expand on what you know, and try to learn something different, you pretty much are setting yourself up for defeat. You know, you can't come into the game and just say, "Oh, this is all I need. This is all I need. This is all I can. This is all I got to depend on." Especially if you ain't perfect at it. Like that's another thing I need to bring up in it. Like a lot of people, a lot of fighters that stick to one discipline and they're not necessarily perfect at it. They'll definitely fall. They'll definitely fall off. You got fighters that just want to submit. They just want to take it to the ground. That's their whole game plan. But they're not even like the best at that. That spells for early grave. You know what I mean? That's why I said that's something I'm gonna talk about in this video, man. And yeah, Jan and Carla, man, I'm gonna drop that tomorrow because well, I'm trying to drop it tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday, right? Yeah. Try to do that tomorrow because that fight's coming up Saturday. And if um if Carla can look impressive, man, or if Jan can look impressive, I'm sure one of them are gonna get the strap. They're gonna get the title shot, you know. It turns out to be a good fight. Yo, BJ. Yeah, BJ, you said send the link. I'll probably have to do that tomorrow, man, because I'm on the move right now. I'm just trying to get this in real quick. I'll get you on tomorrow, man. Just talking about a few different things I came across today and some upcoming stuff. Yeah, yeah. So that's what's up. That's what's coming up, man. That's some of the stuff I'm working on. Those couple videos, Valentina Shevchenko, what's next for her, and yeah, I feel y'all in who's gonna win against who I think is gonna win against Jan and Carla. Look, I know I'm 0-3, but still, man, like I said from last weekend, those fights were competitive, man. Those fights were just 50-50 all around. I was just giving you my pick who I thought was gonna win, man. That's all. So yeah, let's jump to this topic though, man. Tatiana Suarez. Got a few people in now, so we can talk about it. Yeah, I woke up this afternoon, saw this interview. Said she's medically cleared, and I was like, okay, I'm starting to get a little bit excited. I don't want to get too overhyped, because we never know what could happen. But hold on, glitched where? Hold on, let me start back. Anyway, okay. Yeah, so Tatiana Suarez, she sat down, did like a what, 30 minute interview and talked about what's next, what's coming up. And she's been medically cleared to fight. She discussed the injuries, uh, where she plans on coming back at, who she wants to fight. She also said she's not going to rule out 115. So, that's a good thing. But let's jump back up to some of these injuries that she talked about. First off, she said she had the neck injury that she was still kind of recovering from, right? So, besides the neck injury, Tatiana Suarez also said she had to deal with a broken hand. She dealt with a concussion in that time, and she's also dealing with the chronic back pain. Which she said the chronic back pain is pretty bad sometimes, where it gets to a point where she can't really move. But the neck injury, she said, is pretty much it's been pretty much recovered. She's just been going through physical therapy. She didn't get surgery on it, which I agree with her on that, to try to let it heal natural. But man, I was just listening to all the stuff that she was having going down, man. I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I wonder if she really will be medically cleared to fight, come towards the end of this summer. Because she said her original date or plan month, like the month she was looking to return around was probably around July or August, but she says she's either going to push it back now to, like, I think September or something like that. She wants to push the return back to like September. She had talked to Dana White about that, and that's around the time period that she wants to try to get back in there. And again, going back to the injuries, I was just really surprised at how many injuries she had in that amount of time. It almost makes you think, man, for like a girl that's tough, she has a lot going on the inside. I mean, what do y'all think? I mean, that's some tough stuff. Like, just coming off the neck, and she said she got like a concussion. Wrestling with her boyfriend, and then like in sparring, I think wrestling, she broke her hand the way she came down on it. Um, I think it's safe to say, like, Tatiana Suarez, she goes hard. She's definitely a fighter that goes hard, but maybe with some of these injuries can be a little reckless. So maybe that's something they might have to tighten up on. That's, you got to be careful whether you play fighting or just sparring. You know, try not to go too hard, because I remember the neck injury back in 2019. She had an issue with that where her head hit the wall and she felt like a twinge in her neck. The head hit the wall and she felt like a twinge, and like that that translated over into the fight with Nina Ansaroff. So I was like, wow, man, this girl goes hard, but she got to be careful. So hopefully all of this stuff, is good to go now. Hopefully she won't have any more hand problems, or, hopefully no back problems come up to put this off. Because, yeah, like she said, that chronic back pain that she gets, it can really like put her out for a while. Hold on. What else did y'all say? Oh, you talked about Carla. Okay, hold on. Marcus said, remember when it almost took a year for Tatiana's debut? Yeah, due to an injury. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it took a while for her to get that debut. That's why I was like, yo, like, is everything okay? So now this time around, same issues happening. And I'm kind of like, um, for a fighter that's very, very strong, there's some things that go on the inside that could really shut her down. Hopefully it don't, but you know what I mean? Like, because you see a lot of fighters, like, on the outside, they're physical, they're not that durable. They have soft cores, they have weak chins. But like Tatiana's always seemed strong to me. Like, she was like built like a tank. But it's crazy how some of these injuries on the inside just really tend to shut a person down and put them out of commission for so long. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that all these injuries, with all these injuries right here, I hope that nothing comes back. I hope she can be 100% by August or close to that. No neck problems. Like I said, the neck, she's trying to let it heal. So hopefully hopefully it goes her way, man. Cause yeah, we all been kind of waiting for her to come back. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie, this was like my favorite strawweight, in the come up. Like had her beating Rose, had her, I didn't even have Whaley in the mix at the time. I had her beating Rose, had her beating Joanna, all of them, Andrade. I felt like she had that physical strength that was going to be a problem for these fighters. She had that relentlessness that was going to be a problem for these fighters. And hopefully she can come back and prove that. But next part in this interview, she discussed where she was going to come back. And she said right now she wants to come back at 125. She wants to try her chances at 125 as far as her body, see how she feels. Since this is just a comeback fight, and see what happens from there. And my thoughts on that, I was like, that's a good idea. She's a fighter that fights at strawweight, but she's a good sized woman, so there's no need to try to rush it and try to kill herself to make 115 right away. At 115, she said she felt she could make the weight, but when she fought at 115, like during a fight, she felt weak. She didn't feel like how she did in training, like how she feels in sparring. So I don't know. That might be a red flag. What do y'all think? That might be a red flag for her right there. Because some of these women, the older you get, you're really going to be killing yourself to make 115. I mean, Joanna, she's killing herself to make strawweight right now. She's trying to grab that belt one more time, but she kills herself to make 115. But somebody like Suarez with her figure, the older she gets, I know it'll be harder for her to make 115. So, I mean, that was just like interesting. That was an interesting part for me to hear. Like whenever she said like she can make the weight, but whenever she goes into the fight night, the day after, she just feels much weaker. But she still looked impressive. I don't know, right? Right, y'all? Like she still looked good. Like she looked strong. She looked like a force. So imagine if she did move up to 125. She might be more of a beast than she was a strawweight. Because she's saying on fight night, she felt weak. When in her fights with all these fighters she's fought, whether it be Carla, Alexa Grasso, just picture that. Like she dominated these fighters, right? But she said she felt weak. Well, imagine if she fought at flyweight. Come fight night, she should be a monster. So I mean, what I mean? She should be a monster in there. That would be crazy. So if she tries to make that transition, like she said, she must have tested herself, for a few fights. She might wind up liking it. I don't know. Like she might wind up liking it. Like if they give her like an unranked fighter, or if they give her somebody like Andrea Lee, the name Andrea Lee came up, and she said she would take that fight. Imagine if she fought Andrea Lee, and if she came in there with that strength that she felt like she was lacking, boy, she would be destroying some fighters. She might break somebody like Andrea Lee, you know what I mean? So that would be a nice test for her. Let's see what she looks like at flyweight. Of course, she said she wasn't gonna rule out 115, which I still feel like she's got some unfinished business at 115, because she said that the fight with Evelyn, it is a red flag. Yeah, it's a red flag. It is a red flag for her, if she feels that way on fight night. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. But yeah, she said she didn't want to rule out strawweight altogether because she still wants that fight with Rose, which I understand. She said she wants to fight Rose because, Rose fought the best, and the way she's dominated and beat these champions, that makes her want to fight her even more. And that's the kind of talk y'all want. That's the kind of talk I want to hear. That's the kind of talk we always say. Look, these fighters need to say, look, I want to fight the best. And Tatiana is not shying out 115, and definitely not shying away from 125. Imagine like if she did fight her way to the top 3 in flyweight. She would want that Valentina fight. She'd want that fight. And you know me, I think 100% Tatiana Suarez. Whew, that would be a big fight for Valentina Shevchenko. Personally, I don't think this is one fight where I say, man, I don't know, like if Valentina could handle her the same way she did Jessica Andrade. You know what I mean? Like Jessica Andrade, because of her body frame, Valentina Shevchenko was able to handle her with a bit of ease. You know, with those angles and just the way she was able to put her underhooks under the fighter with the shorter arms. But you know, Tatiana Suarez is built different. So I think Tatiana Suarez would be a different monster for Valentina. You know, especially if she's coming in feeling at 100% at flyweight. You know, so that would be an interesting fight. But yeah, what else does she talk about here? Yeah, so she definitely says she wouldn't rule out the strawweight division again to return to fight Rose Namajunas. It all depends on what she looks like at flyweight. Um, yeah, I'm just ready for her to come back, man. Like she's got another 3 months. You know, she says she hit Dana White up to let him know that she's ready. Uh, who would be a who would be a logical name for her at flyweight? Because more than likely she's going to come back at 125. So yeah, we can pretty much all safely say 125 is what she's probably going to get. So my question is, who does she fight at flyweight as a return fight? Should they feed her like an unranked fighter? You know, she might be getting in there with somebody like Jillian Robertson or somebody, you know, or Courtney Casey or something. Robot said give her Molly McCann. That would be an interesting fight. You know, somebody that moves around a lot, somebody that's not gonna really press her too hard physically yet. Uh, Somebody that has good striking that can really test her. You know, as far as her hands and her defense. That's an interesting fight. Elvin said, I just want her to take it slow, test her half first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She take it slow. That's all I want to see. Because I mean, with all the injuries that she mentioned, I I would be feeling a little bit tentative about who I put her in there with myself. Like I kind of worry about that neck in the back pain that she has. You know, like I want to see her fight bad, but I'm like with all these injuries, I would not want to see somebody like her get hurt, man. Like you know, she has like a funny personality too. That's why I was just like laughing throughout the interview because she kept laughing and stuff. You know, and never. She was talking about the title shot, like what if she was to get a title shot at flyweight, and she just kind of laughed because she was like, you know, Lauren Murphy. I busted out laughing because she was laughing. She was talking about how Lauren Murphy was like on a 4-fight win streak and she can't get a title shot. She was just like laughing at that. It was just funny, man. Y'all gotta check out the interview though. I mean, she's a funny person, you know, and it was just funny how she was laughing at Lauren Murphy not getting the title shot. And I don't think she was like laughing at her. It was just funny how she was like kind of like this girl's been fighting like 4 times in a row and still hadn't got the title shot, you know? Man. I don't know though, man. Like, yeah, give her a soft touch. I think give her like since August is right around the corner and you know she's literally just, you know, healing up mentally and physically. Yeah, let's you know, she deserves I won't say a soft touch, but like I'm trying to baby her, but I think she deserves an unranked fighter just to kind of get everybody reacquainted with her, you know. Just let's get reacquainted with her. Molly McCann is a good one. I think that she has the strength to kind of ragdoll Molly McCann if she closes in on her. Uh, Jillian, Jillian Robertson, if she's free. If Myra, now Myra Boyd Silva still got a back problem, right? So she probably won't be ready in 3 months. Uh, Luana Carolina, she's out there at flyweight. That would be an interesting fight. You know, the long, tall fighter, very sneaky on the ground, handle somebody that big and tall. That would be an interesting fight. Um, I know y'all would say I'd be mean, but I'd say put Antonina Shevchenko in there with her. No, y'all would probably that ain't gonna do nothing for her. Not the way Antonina looked in her last fight. Y'all probably think I'm being mean about that. Um, who else? Who else can Tatiana fight? I said Courtney Casey, Poliana Mateo. I don't want to give her somebody that's on like a losing streak. Though. I want to give her somebody that has a few wins. Cachoeira would be an interesting fight. You know, that would be an interesting fight. Tatiana versus the Zombie Girl. That would be good. That would be good. But that was that was funny though, man. How she was just kind of like, Lauren Murphy's on this 4-fight winning streak and she ain't got a title shot yet. Well, and it was kind of like Lauren's fault too, as well. I mean, she didn't really like call for it. You know what I mean? Oh man. Uh, yeah. She would kill her, man. Yeah, she would kill Lance Vader, man. Yeah, I might have this. I'm gonna try to get an interview with Tatiana. I might need to actually hit her up because there's a few fighters. Yeah, I've talked about with some fights, and been cracking me up about fights. I need to talk to her. I just want to actually get an update from her myself and talk to her. So I might try to get an interview. I'm gonna try to hit her up. I ain't gonna try. I will hit her up. Maybe I'll hit her up today. I just gotta set up something. I've been busy though. But yeah. Anyways, we'll talk more about Tatiana. Norma Dumont versus Felicia Spencer, man. Let's talk about this fight real quick. Uh, what what will this fight do for the featherweight division, man? Wait, Robert said you're being mean, so go ahead and block me. If I'm being mean, why am I gonna block you? It should be the other way around. If somebody's being mean in the chat, should I block him? Yeah, Marcus. Tatiana would wash, but it would be a good fight. It would be a good fight just because we got everybody's so worried about the power. Everybody's so worried about the power all the time. Um, BJ says she's hard to lock down. Yeah, I'll try to hit her. I mean, Miranda Maverick, she's been pretty busy now, but she's pretty easy for me to still get a hold of. So we can always squeeze in some time, me and her. So maybe I'll still try. I'm sure if I just hit her up first, we can plan something. Um, yeah, yeah. Let me talk about this Norma fight real quick. Norma taking on Felicia Spencer. Hold on, I gotta do something. Okay, so going into this fight. If this fight looks good on anybody's end, if it looks interesting on either end, Norma's end, Felicia's end, do you think they're going to build up this division? Are they going to build up this division? That's what I need to know. Like, are they going to put this thing together? Like, are they finally going to put this division together if we get a good fight? If we get a good fight, if they make it competitive, um, and one of these fighters needs to move on to something a little bit more challenging, but not necessarily a title shot. Are they going to bring in some more featherweights? That's what I want to know. Because I don't think really, I don't think. Well, let's say if Felicia wins this fight, I don't want to see her in there with Amanda Nunes again. You know, her beating Norma Dumont is not telling me that she's ready for a title shot. And if Norma Dumont wins, I would hate to see her waste her momentum and go in there with the Nunes fight, knowing what Nunes is gonna do. You know what I mean? It'll be Megan Anderson all over again. You know what I mean? Like Megan Anderson, you beat Norma Dumont. I want a title shot. I'm ready to go. I beat the only contender in this division. What does that prove? You know what I mean? What is that really going to prove? That's why I'm like, if these two fighters look good, this should be like a calling to say, let's get some more featherweights. Let's sign somebody so we can have some sort of division, man. Because let's say Norma Dumont wins. Let's say she blows out Felicia Spencer. Let's say she KOs Felicia Spencer. I'm gonna be like, whoa, that was good. That was good, right? But that's not gonna tell me that she's gonna do the same thing to Amanda Nunes. You know, I think Amanda Nunes is just like she's gonna she's gonna KO anybody in the first round aside from Felicia Spencer. Like Felicia Spencer was just that tough. She was just that tough, just that durable that she wasn't going anywhere, you know. But if you can't handle her power, then you're pretty much getting knocked out. Like Felicia Spencer could handle her power, but she couldn't handle her skills. So she was just gonna be in for a dominant beatdown, right? And that's what happened. So if Felicia Spencer wins this fight again, is that going to guarantee her title shot? Sadly, it might. But like I said, I don't think that's a good thing. And if Norma wins, I really don't want to see her get a title shot yet, man. Because what does she be like? Was she going to be 6-1 or 5-1? And we saw how she handled Megan Anderson's right hand. You know, so we know Amanda Nunes is going to land that right hand, right? Amanda Nunes is going to crack her with that right hand, and it'll be all over. I'm just saying, like, I like Norma Dumont, but I know what the champion is capable of, right? Y'all know what the champ is capable of. BJ said if it's Norma that fought Ashley Evans Smith, I want to see that versus Nunes. I don't even want to see that, man. That Norma is not going to give Nunes a problem. I don't think that Norma is going to give. I don't think she's going to give her a problem. Yeah, Megan can hit harder than Nunes, but Nunes is more technical. So you know Nunes is gonna land it. You know what I mean? Like Nunes will land it. And if Nunes can land at least like 75% power, 75% of that power that Megan Anderson has, then it'll end in a knockout. Same way she laid out Chris Cyborg, you know, it's gonna land with that same type of intensity, you know. Yeah, it'll knock her out. Same way Nunes put Megan Anderson on wobbly legs. She gonna knock her out same way. Evelyn said they need to let Nunes and Valentina go at it one more time. Um, I don't. Me personally, I don't want to see that fight again. I've already seen it twice, and nobody's getting knocked out. Everybody wants to see Nunes get knocked out in the Valentina fight, but that's not gonna happen. Or they want to see her get at least one win. To me, that the rivalry, if it happens, it happens. But I'm not asking for it. Like if you bring up the fight here, I can. Mm, I'm not really gonna be an advocate for it. I just can't because it's done. Like it's gonna be the same fight. This time it might go Valentina's way, but it's gonna be the same 5-round fight where both fighters are gonna over respect each other. Nobody's gonna take a crazy chance. Nobody's getting rocked. Nobody's getting choked out because their styles cancel each other out. There's too much respect there, and there's just too much defense there to make it a explosive fight. Too much defense and too much respect. Too much respect equals for a chess match, boring chess match. Boring in the casual eye. I mean, I like watching. Enjoy watching the fights for what they were. But whenever Valentina lost both of them, I was kind of like, well, got to move on now. the champion needs to fight Valentina so she can get her a whoop this time. It probably won't happen that way though. It's not gonna happen that way. I know everybody just wants to see her get beat down, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen that way. Robert Henry said, I don't think Norma Dumont was in great shape in that Megan fight, though Norma hasn't been in great shape in any fight I saw her. She was in good shape in that Ashley Evans Smith fight. I mean, as far as just what she was able to do, fighting shape, she looked good. She looked good in that fight. But yeah, the Megan Anderson fight, not the best of shape. But real quick, what was I gonna say? Okay, Megan Anderson, not Megan Anderson, but Felicia Spencer, she does have that style, that pressure style, and strength to make this a fight where Norma Dumont can really, really get a little frustrated, I think. So Norma Dumont off top, she's gonna have to control the center of the octagon. You got to control the center with straight punches. The same way Nunes and Cyborg was able to do. You got to get her attention with straight punches. Of course, Norma don't have the same skill set as those champions, so I think she's definitely gonna have to work a little bit harder to get the respect. She's gonna have to look for a way to stop her. Pam Bam had her moments against Felicia Spencer, definitely, man. Like Pam Bam, she really did have some good moments in that fight with Felicia Spencer until it got to the ground. It just got crazy, and Felicia, she's just like a ball of energy, man. A big, she's just that ball of energy that's coming through. So yeah, overall, I think that I think this might be the fight where they finally say we have to go ahead and make another um addition to this featherweight division. Like another half. Where they bring in more fighters. They might start signing somebody like by the end of this year. Uh, Contender series comes back, so maybe they'll bring in some featherweights for the contender series. So that would be smart. Um, yeah, last topic, real quick. I just wanted to speak on this fight. Let y'all know I did hear about it. Is the Amanda Lemos and what's her name, Montserrat Ruiz or Conejo. That fight is going down, and let me get what's the date for it. Let's see. Conejo. Let's see. What is the date? Oh, that was the first thing that came. My video came. Hold on. Let's see. Pull this thing up here. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah, July 17th. Yeah, July 17th is going down. Amanda Lemos and Ruiz. Oh man, like I think this fight is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an explosive fight, but I was hoping that Lemos could fight up instead of fight down. I wanted to see Lemos get in there with somebody like Claudia Gadelia or Tisha Torres, shoot, even Marina Rodriguez at this point, right? But they got her in there with unranked fighter Montserrat Ruiz, who easily dominated Cheyenne Bays with one simple move, right? That headlock all night, right? And going into this fight, man, like just my real quick thoughts on it is I think Lemos has way more than enough to handle Ruiz. Because what I saw from Ruiz in that fight, she's dominant with the one move, right? That's what I was talking about with one-dimensional fighters. She came in there, did that one thing, that headlock, and dropping her and just putting the weight on her. But Cheyenne Bays had her moments with that striking, right? Cheyenne Bays had the striking. She was controlling that striking in that fight. Like whenever she would land, she was putting hands on Ruiz. So you got to know, you got to understand that Lemos, this is her thing. She's been working on her striking. Her right hand is money. Very good. She just has very good lateral movement and a very solid jab. She became the first woman to stop Livia Renata Souza, and that was like I didn't see that coming. You know, Souza is a very rough and rugged fighter. So going in here with another rough and rugged fighter like Ruiz, Conejo Ruiz, shoot, Lemos has the power and the style to keep her on the outside. I know Ruiz is gonna come in here, bum rush, and try to take her down, but I think Lemos is very strong. You try to press her and take her down, you're gonna catch knees to the body, and she's gonna break, go right back to the center and control it. You know, that's just my early look at it. I think Lemos has more than enough to beat Ruiz. That's why I wanted to see Ruiz get another fight with somebody like Kay Hansen or Jin Fry or Corey McKenna. That would have been a good fight. Other than that, you know, Lemos, she should be fighting up at this point. I don't know why they got her fighting down. Like she should be fighting the winner of Kanako versus Verna Jandaroba, or yeah, like Claudia Gadelia or somebody, Marina Rodriguez, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much how I feel on that fight. But yeah, we'll talk about that fight some more. I just wanted to talk about it. I need to get up out of here now. Like I said, I want to get out at 5:45. But yeah, man, I'm glad that. Oh, hold on, just scrolling through something. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that Tatiana is trying to target her comeback. And if it's at flyweight, yo, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see her come back at flyweight. But yeah, I definitely want to see her get back down to 115, man, and storm these. I want to see her storm these straw weights and show them how it's done again. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, 40 minutes. That's good. I just wanted to talk about these certain fights that are coming up. I'll be back on tomorrow and we'll talk again. I'll be back on Friday. You know how to do. Anyways, I'm getting up out of here, y'all. Like always, shout out to the chat. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Peace.